Good morning. Welcome to Training Tuesday. One second. Where I come in hot sneezing. I'm Suzanne Castle, creator and founder of the Sparkle Factor. Training Tuesday, we spend 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes at the max, really thinking about internal alignment, meaning, is what we're doing here helping us do this out here? So, through extraordinary vision and goal getting habits and understanding internal dynamics and what happens in your brain, all of those things work together to make you your most extraordinary self. And today, we're talking about habits. It is Valentine's Day. If you're catching this live, hi, drop me a comment below so I can see that. And I was thinking about, there's all this love stuff going on and the amount of money and things that are spent. But one way to really live into Valentine's Day is to really think about loving yourself enough to turn your bad habits into good ones. Meaning that, can you really do the inner work transformation, the self love transformation to lead you to the next level? What a gift that would be for Valentine's Day. Am I right? The thing about bad habits, though, is they can form without you even knowing it, and they can prove difficult to break, right? We all know this. However, it's always that first step that's the most difficult. It's always staying right there where you need it and seeing that clear path in front of you and staying on there. Once you get started, I think you're going to build both momentum and confidence. Oh my gosh, so happy to see Sandra here today. Welcome, welcome. Love that shot of you at Disney. Way to be here and take charge of yourself. Welcome, welcome. So let's dive into ways in which we can think about our focus and succeed in turning bad habits into good ones. I really believe that you can overcome any bad habit, and you choose to replace that bad habit with a positive one. And that's what today's Training Tuesday is all about. Let me start by talking a little bit about breaking bad patterns of behavior. Because before you can tackle the problem of replacing a bad habit with a good one, you'll need to be mentally prepared here to detach yourself from the habit. A strong mindset allows you to tackle almost anything. So there's a couple of tips that you might want to keep in mind as you prepare to transform your habits. The first one is you definitely want to be organized, meaning get organized by figuring out the bad pattern that you like to break. With my clients, we do that with kind of data. We see what we're doing, how we're feeling. Was it a food issue? Was it someone else's issues? What's happening when we're in that space where we fall into a bad pattern, a bad habit? So really noticing those patterns is the first step. And then you can look at that information and then, okay, now the next step is I'm going to start small, one habit at a time. So what of these things could I do successfully in a small way that would then create some momentum for me? Because that will help this keep you on that path. When you try to change too much at once, it will really overwhelm you. So you've got the data, you see kind of, all right, there's a pattern. I want to break that. Now I can start small with one habit at a time and then decide that you truly want to change. Yeah, it's that easy and that hard. Because if you don't want to change, you simply won't. Caveat, don't judge yourself. If you make a mistake, okay, you're flawsome. Go back, get back in there, keep trying. Okay. And the key, I think, to permanently breaking a bad habit, it really lies in being able to replace it with a good one. So let's talk about what that looks like. When you engage in a bad habit and you decide simply to stop entirely, it is incredibly tough, and you won't be as successful. You might be okay for a while, but chances are you're going to find yourself back to your old habits in no time. So I've jotted down on a little sticky in front of me some substitutions for situations that I see of people falling into bad habits and how you might can break that cycle. Okay. So the first one is actually exercise. Exercise is an excellent substitution for bad habits. Why is that? It makes you less likely to overeat. It helps you battle addiction. With exercise, instead of trying to refrain from addicting activities, you're actively releasing your energy in other ways. And up here, those chemicals that addictive behavior triggers get activated when you are doing exercise. So if you're trying to break a bad habit, the first thing I would say is let's get you moving, right? Let's get oxygen moving. Let's see what that does for you and see if that helps the slide. The second step would be being social, right? Being social and either kind of excuses like that. Sometimes we say that our bad habits happen in social situations only. Yeah, it's true. We're social creatures, but certainly you can be social in ways that aren't detrimental to your health. So change your routine, avoid the temptation. If you're trying to cut down alcohol, for example, don't go to a happy hour. Say, you know what? I'll meet everybody for a walk around the park instead. There you go. Now you're stacking, right? Which means then my third little tip is taking action. Your solutions don't have to be conventional. They don't have to be from a textbook. They don't have to be something that somebody else told you, but they do have to work for you. So strive to take action, stay the course, even if you stumble from time to time, but do what makes you work. Okay. You must learn to fulfill your needs in a healthy way. Chances are, think about it, you developed a bad habit because of an underlying need. So, by identifying the need, seeing that pattern, finding a positive way to fulfill it would be a way to help you tackle that bad habit. So, in this process, you might really need to do some soul searching in order to find the underlying true causes for your bad habits. You might need to get a team around you. Like, let's say you have a bad habit of grinding your teeth at night. Well, you might need to ask yourself why. You might need to go see a dentist. You might need to take action like getting a mouth guard and wearing it. But you will also need to take action to get to the root cause of your stress. You see? So you get the medical need fulfilled, and then you got to do the internal work as well. You might engage in many negative actions because you don't feel needed. Maybe you aren't seeing yourself as loved the way you think you deserve to be. And honestly, that's the root of the problem that we often ignore. So we want to mask the pain with a self-destructive habit, right? That's clearly not solving the issue. Instead, I'm a big advocate of discussing concerns with a trusted circle. Maybe those are friends, a health professional. Maybe it's somebody like me. Maybe you need to get a coach like me who's going to push you and hold you accountable so you can be proactive in solving it. I know that if you follow some of these tips, even just one, you will start moving your trajectory in a different way, and they can help you turn bad habits into good ones. May take some time, but it will be worth it. It'll be worth that effort. You will be happier and you will be healthier, and you will start living out of your own sparkle factor. I'm Suzanne. We're in and out in 6 minutes flat. Have a great Tuesday. I'll see you next week.